I'm going to give you my personal experience with bullying and how it's basically ruined a great portion of my life. When I was younger, I was a heavier kid. Sit down inside my mom owned a restaurant, barbecue, burgers, fries, and sodas were the meal plan. Anyways, I spent most of my childhood being harassed with all sorts of fat jokes. If you think of it, I've probably been called it. Not a wonderful thing to look forward to when you wake up in the morning and get dressed for school. The bullying became such a frequent thing. The only thing I was able to show and make friends was to just cut the bullying off at the head. I started bullying myself to make people around me laugh, just so I was able to have some sort of social interaction. I would sit at lunch and make fat jokes about myself while we ate. Kind of hurt. Like, actually really bad. It's pathetic when the only way you could have friends is to do the bully's work for them. To make matters even worse, the friends I was trying so hard to impress were the people who put me in that place. I felt like a small, weak child. The only solace I found in any of this was I loved to hear people laugh. I loved making people happy through humor, even if it was at my own expense. It started not to hurt so much. The bullying ceased and the self-inflicted humor was no longer around. It just became another part of I just became another part of the group of bullies. I was their overweight scapegoat, and as much as it pains me to label myself as that, that's all I ever thought I was throughout all high school. The funny fat guy. I made some true friends, but I didn't feel as if I deserved them. You fast forward in time a little bit when I started having more of a presence online in my later teenage years. The girl I was talking to at the time, we were hanging out in a chat room on the internet. We were just having a little fun chatting up until this guy comes in the room. He just started shutting down and attacking everyone, including my friend. No matter what I did, no matter what she said, he had a witty, perfectly executed response to all my words. He made me feel powerless and weak. I couldn't defend my friend. I couldn't even defend myself. I wanted that power. I wanted that ability to shut down all of my oppositions, and I wanted the ability to defend the people around me. I wish I could find out how it all happened, where it went wrong, but the few years after that event was just a blur. It was just a plethora of harassing kids I went to school with, harassing people on social media, and harassing people on video games. It just became this, for lack of a better term, a colossal dick. It felt good after the decade of being called fat and stupid and useless, flipping the script and being the person behind the assault. That kind of power goes to your head, though. I turned into a thing that made my life a living hell. Over the years, it began to corrupt me, turn me into a less than appealing individual. I went from wanting to defend my friends and people close to me to pushing away and emotionally scarring the ones I held close. I even developed a following of 10,000 people that log in every day just to see me rip into some kid. I've gone from being a sweet little child to a punching bag, to a scapegoat, to a demon in its own right. I've broken hearts, I've lost best friends, and I've caused my parents and relatives to break out in tears for my actions. Now, when it comes down to it, I am a sweetheart. I am a person that will literally kill for their friends, and I'll do everything in my power to help someone in need. I've spent countless hours to help people through their own bullying experiences. But just as some people see red and they just start fighting people, I see black and just start emotionally tearing down people. I pluck at their weaknesses, I pluck at their flaws, and I've basically become a mental terrorist. In most cases, when this occurs, I just start saying things that I don't understand the words that come out of my mouth until I'm made aware of what I've just done. Someone points it out to me. I don't really have a filter. My mom calls me a realist. I just call myself an asshole. I've lost women I love, and I've lost friends I would die for. I'm not trying to turn this into some sort of Marvel villain backstory or anything. I just want to break down how detrimental this timeline is, and how a few events can alter your entire reality. I still deal with attempting to break out of this burrow-deep, sick habit. I hear people go on and on about how bullying turns you into some sort of man, like it's some sort of ritual you are forced to go through, like it's preparing you for life. No one should have to go through what I've gone through. No one should have to see what I've seen, and no one should lose people in the manner I've lost people. It might be preparing me for adapting to this world, but no one prepared me for the destruction that lays in the wake of my actions. Bullying doesn't make us strong. It doesn't create kings. Bullying makes the weak feel like they shouldn't even be living. It converts the normal to worker bees with hope for redemption, but just sends them to the bottom of the inferno with empty honey jars. And it creates criminals out of the strong. Bullying allows us all to end up with our own personalized piece of hell. There is no gold at the end of this sick, twisted rainbow.